hereish. Ideally you feel the sun on your face, so maybe a bit more over here.
I think she wants to be on the side.
Does she? Oh, they're so difficult. You're not even married yet. Want to maybe stand over, just slightly over there in that position there, so we can be ready for to call in. Just creating a. If everybody else wants to gather into a sort of a circle, please don't stand on the stones, but feel free to stand behind them or in front of them. Caitlin, do you want to come over here with? And do you want to come as well if you want? You want to come as well? Just here, because they'll be coming in through here, yeah. Here they come. Problem is the sun is not doing what it should be doing. Come over this way a bit so you're more in the sun.
Okay. Should I hand off my flowers?
Still look lovely. You can do if you wish.
Okay.
I'll come out here a bit easier. Before we start, I've been asked to say a couple of things. Firstly, this is a wedding ceremony, so please turn off your phones or put them on silent mode. It's very easy to do. I'm about to do mine now. If you wish to take photos while the wedding photographer is here, who's called Darrow, I'm sure most of you have met, please turn off the flash and ensure the phone is silent. So, good evening and welcome to a very special day. Tegan and David are about to celebrate their union together in front of their families and friends. This is a ceremony that they want to celebrate why they're together, make promises to each other, and to receive blessings in front of their family and friends. I call upon the spirits of the north, the east, the south and the west to join us, to protect us and to bless us by their presence here in this ancient place. The circle in which we stand is a symbolic of the cycles of life, a sacred place created for mortal and divine interaction, in which any negativity from the mundane world can be left outside, and all the love and joy we feel for Tegan and David contained herein. We're gathered here in this most spiritual and ancient place to bear witness and to celebrate the most sacred union between a man and a woman. Here, Tegan and David will unite their lives in matrimony. All the time and conversations that you've had with Tegan and David helped make them who they are today. You've shared their best days and their worst days. You're an important part of their yesterdays, certainly today, and all of their tomorrows. Now, I know that many of you don't live around a corner, but you're never far from their hearts. At a marriage in Windsor last year, someone said they fell in love and we all turned up. I'd like to thank you all for turning up to share this day with these two people who fell in love. But let's just take a moment to spare for those who, for whatever reason, can't be here today and so couldn't turn up. Now, marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. As with any aspect of life, it has its rhythms, its ups, its downs, its trials, its triumphs. It is a union founded upon mutual respect, trust and love. Only with sincere and earnest commitment can you enter into this union. Tegan, do you come here of your own free will?
Yes.
David, do you come here of your own free will?
Yes.
Then may this place of marriage be consecrated in the name of hope and love to bring us happiness within. We stand here at this very ancient site to witness the joining of two very modern people. This couple have travelled the four corners of the earth across 3 continents. Quite separately, Tegan and David went to serve their country in the land of the morning calm, the Republic of Korea. They met in the most modern of ways, via a dating app. Their first date was in the relaxation and entertainment area outside the base where they both worked. David was a bit nervous when he first saw Tegan, but he was instantly drawn in by her eyes. He said it was like looking at pools of amber. He nervously offered a handshake. No, we hug here, said Tegan, and she wrapped herself around him. They both felt at home. They walked together to a Thai restaurant where they spent an evening full of good food and much laughter. David was also introduced to many of Tegan's peers from the Cobra Air and Space Operations Centre. They all wanted to check out who the new guy was with Tegan. Time went on. Slowly, they started missing each other more and more. Some people believe that meet people at the right time for the right reason. I don't believe that. I think you simply meet the right person. The right person makes you want to throw away the plans you had and go with them into the fog-like future without even a glance backwards. The right person doesn't make you wonder about whether or not you want to be with them. You just know that no matter what you wanted before, this is better. Everything is better since they came along. So on November the 25th, 2017, they went to visit the Wawujiong Temple, a popular location with over 3,000 statues to Buddha, including a remarkable 10-foot high reclining Buddha. It's also the home of the reunification bell, which rang during the opening of the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games. Temple's a very quiet, contemplative place. You can hear monks chanting and birds singing. David felt a breeze on him and looked over his shoulder to Tegan. He realised he was looking at the woman he wanted to share his life with. In July 2018, Tegan took David back to Wyoming on holiday. They went for a trip out into the Grand Tetons National Park in northwest Wyoming. It's a beautiful park with a reputation for spiritual and serene qualities. It's been called a cathedral of the soul. It was a bright, clear day that David felt Cupid's arrow. It hit him right in the leg and forced him onto one knee. He was on a rock with a rock. He asked her to marry him, and Tegan said, 1,000 times yes. They embraced in the cathedral. Their souls merged in love. And when serving your country, you're often not in control of your own destiny. You have to go where your country needs you. But Tegan and David were lucky. They were both transferred to Germany, although separated by several hundred miles. Now, their spiritual journey has brought them here, to this ancient place, to commit themselves to each other physically. David and Tegan have both found a like-minded soul who shares their own values. A person who makes them feel contented. They support each other. They can be themselves. They wake up with a smile. They have found themselves in each other. They have found love. And like I said earlier, we all turned up. Now, David and Tegan wish to make their vows to each other. Got yours, David?
Tegan, I welcome thee as my wife to share this life with. For you are the light in my darkness, my place of safe and loving respite. I vow to love and honor you at all times throughout our lifelong journey. When you are sick, I shall remain by your side. When you are elated, I shall share in your happiness. Just as your body is a temple, I vow to keep it sacred and holy, attending and honoring only to you and forsaking all others. I vow to place you first and comfort you in times of sorrow. I shall forever safeguard your heart, for your love is the flame that illuminates my world. Tegan, I love you and vow to remain your ever faithful and loving husband.
Tegan?
David Alexander Saxton, I take you to be my husband on this day with our friends and families as witnesses. I give you my heart and my promises. I vow to love you faithfully and eternally, and I will be your shield and help you to be mine. I pledge that your name shall be the only name that I cry aloud in the night, and that your eyes will be the only that I shall smile to in the morning. I vow to always share adventures with you, no matter how small. I promise to never intentionally cause you pain or heartache, to honor you above all others. I promise to never slander you, and to stand by you in both sickness and in health. I pledge to always treat these vows as privileges. These are my promises to you, today and all of my tomorrows, my equal in all things.
Both of you at the same time, please repeat after me. I belong to myself.
I belong to myself.
I am a free person.
I'm a free person.
While we both wish it,
While we both wish it,
I'll give you that which is mine to give.
I give you that which is mine to give.
We shall honour each other above all others.
We shall honor each other above all others.
This is our marriage of equals.
This is our marriage of equals.
Well done. Now these promises you make by the sun and the moon, by fire and water, by day and night, by land and sea and sky, are made in truth. With these vows, you swear by God and the Goddess to be full partners, each to the other. If one drops a load, the other will pick it up. The union of one creates a new one. This is a couple. And each of you now pledges to work at making this couple happy and safe in the light of truth. Tegan and David, you've both chosen to wear rings as an outward symbol of your inward bond. These rings illustrate an unending cycle, a circle like a compass to set your bearings, a symbol of the earth, the sun and the universe, the symbol of completeness and continued renewal. To give a ring to someone that you love is to say that your love has no beginning and no end. Now, David and Tegan have 2 rings for this special milestone in their lives and will now exchange them. David, please repeat after me. This ring, I don't want to hold her hands, otherwise it might be difficult to throw it on, I think. David, please repeat after me. This ring I give you.
This ring I give you.
In token of constant faith.
In token of constant faith.
And abiding love.
And abiding love.
With all that I am.
With all that I am.
With all that I have.
With all that I have.
I pledge to you.
I pledge to you.
Now and forever.
Now and forever.
Tegan, please repeat after me. This ring I give you.
This ring I give you.
In token of constant faith.
In token of constant faith.
And abiding love.
And abiding love.
With all that I am.
With all that I am.
With all that I have.
With all that I have.
I pledge to you.
I pledge to you.
Now and forever.
Now and forever.
Thank you. Spirits of the air, we ask to keep open the lines of communication between this couple, seeing not only with their eyes, may they grow together, wise and with wisdom. Spirits of fire, we ask that Tegan and David's passion for each other and for life itself remain ever strong and vital, fortifying each day with a vibrancy rooted in boldness and courage. We ask the spirits of the water to keep their love for each other flowing over rocks and obstacles, onto the serenity of the deep blue ocean, where it may turn into vapour and rise to a cloud, serving as a reminder that all love will endure. Spirits of earth, we ask that you give unto those you see standing before you this day the rock-solid place to stand and fulfil their destiny. May their journey be to vast plains and fertile fields, expansive and alive. May they find the right seeds to sow and ensure a bountiful harvest. And when they look up to the northern star, may they know that it is as bright and as constant as their love for each other. Father, Mother, Divine Spirit, whose presence is felt in all things and at all times, we ask your continued blessings upon this couple, upon their union, and upon their family and friends who have gathered here to celebrate this joyous event with them. May they become one truth and forever revel in the magic that is love. Now, in addition to their promises and the rings, David and Tegan have decided to participate in the traditional ceremony of hand fasting. Now this is an ancient British ritual which gave rise to the term tying the knot. Lovers used to be bound together for a year and a day. Think about that. A year and a day, everything you did, bound together. If they survive, then they were considered man and wife. Tegan and David have chosen a beautiful symbolic cord to bind them together. I now ask Tegan's mum Barbara and David's mum Sandra to come and join us to lay their cords onto their hands and the children. Sorry, could you just take one step forward? Sorry. Thank you. Lovely.
Right there.
That's perfect. You've done this before. Thank you very much. This cord, sorry, could you just go half a pace forward again? Sorry. That's it, lovely, thanks. This cord is a symbol of the lives that you have chosen to lead together. It's been woven to symbolise the intertwining of your lives. Up until this moment, you've been separate in thought, word and action. As this cord is tied together, your lives become intertwined. This cord may stretch, but it never breaks. It connects you through life and death. It has two individual ends, but they and you are one. May these hands be blessed this day. May they always hold each other. May they have the strength to hang on during storms of stress and the dark of disillusionment. May they remain tender and gentle as they nurture each other in their wondrous love. May they build a relationship founded in love and rich in caring. May these hands be healer, protector, shelter and guide for each other. Wherever you go in the world, may you always return to your shared life together. Now let's tie the knot, show that you are one. Sorry? Okay. Do you want to take your arms out and I'll hold it up? Now, not only have that happened, but they've also decided to confirm their marriage with a loving cup or quaich. Now this is a ritual that dates back to Saxon times and gained new popularity under King James I of England. Don't worry, there'll be a written test later. As food and drink nourish the body, so does love feed the soul of marriage. As you drink, refresh forevermore the spirit of your union. Hold that together, please. There's always more if you want. Please drink to the love you've shared in the past. That's a relief. Drink to your love in the present on this, your wedding day. And drink to your love in the future and forevermore. Now, do you want to drink your fill from the cup of love? It's sharing. Thank you. Right, now, jumping the broom is a tradition dating back to pre-Christian days. It symbolises a new beginning, a sweeping away of the old cares and worries. It represents entering into a new life of husband and wife. The wooden handle represents the strength and commitment of marriage. The twigs represent working together. And the ribbons represent the tying together of two lives. And the leap symbolises joyfully taking the leap into married life together. Tegan and David are now going to jump the broom. Oh, he's wearing a kilt, maybe it should be a bit lower. 1, 2, 3, jump! Hey, oh, that deserves a round of applause. May they carry with them all their hopes and possibilities of the promises here made. As they take their first steps as husband and wife, let us wish them a long and happy life together. David and Tegan, please seal your union with a kiss. I thought we were going for double figures then. David and Tegan will now come and sign their certificate. If you can come down here. Sorry. And while they do that, I invoke blessings upon this union, knowing it has been entered into with deep love and commitment on the part of David and Tegan. Their devotion to each other and to their families is a true expression of grace, and their life together will serve as a shining beacon for all to see. And so it is. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, now let us all use our hands to show our appreciation. As finally, as their friend and your celebrant, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Saxton.